Okay. Chat here. We take the chat. Chat here. Down here. Okay. What else? The other chat. Ay, 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 ay. Live chat. Okay. Okay, we have chat, this here and this here. So I think we are good to go. I go live here. Learn. Yeah, learn. There you go. And 3, 1, go. Okay, we're live. Nice. Okay, we need to work on another one. What can I do? Stick figures. Here. This is the one. Okay. Do we have stick figures? Nope. You don't have stick figures. Hi, how's it going? Ah, damn it! I think I have to restart the stream. I didn't put it 18 plus. Yeah. Okay, now it should be 18 plus. Awesome. Okay. Eating burgers. So I can remove this. Yes, we can remove this. We can remove this. Eating burgers. Hi Tora, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. I'm still a little bit tired because of the sleep change, but at least I was able to sleep 8 hours. Yeah, you're the first one, yeah. People. How can I get people? Appreciate this support. Is there like a crowd? Hand down crowd watching. Maybe I can do it like this and then a burger. Yeah, we have a burger here. Burger and people. That's why it's not working. Yeah, I should do it like this. Okay. Like this, overlapping. So we have a burger and people here. Eating burgers is the first one. Because like this stream is all about like veganism, right? Yeah, I want to talk about this because it's very important that we... Hi TVV, how's it going? Because we need to talk about like the animals and how bad it is for them, like what we do. Second. Hi, how's it going? Hello? Yeah, rip animal. Yeah, it's like sad. Like the question now is like how would she, like, if we could reset everything, right? If we would start from now on, like with what we know, and we would say like, okay, we would define what's our food, right? I doubt that people would say like pigs, chickens, and cows would be our food. With my mic, is it hello, hello? Can you hear me? TBV, like we cannot hear you because like oh, I don't mind. Okay. Um, where was I? So yeah, what would we do nowadays, right? If we would say like, okay, what do we eat now? Would we still go back to pigs, chickens, and cows? Sorry, because by accident, phone was being wired. Ah, okay, no problem. Ah, weird. Okay, yeah, yeah, no issue, no issue. I don't like eating burger anyway, like, but a lot of people like eating burger. But I mean, like, if you think now, nowadays, like, you reset everything, we are not conditioned to eat meat, and now suddenly it's like, okay, what do we eat now? I would rather say that we would eat plants than animals because most people don't agree what happens to the animals, right? It's just like conditioned. It's just like that we are put into that situation, right? So, yeah, that's what I would say. Thank you so much. Hi, Luke Page. Hope you're doing great. um, so yeah, we are looking now at time. Is it vegan to eat cheese? Not really. Like, you mean the cheese from the cow? No, that's like the milk. Is not vegan, but there is vegan cheese alternatives, right? But I would only eat vegan cheese because of the taste and not because of the nutrients, right? The nutrients like in vegan cheese are debatable, right? Um, but cheese in itself, it's not vegan because you take the milk away from the mother cow. The baby calf is no, sorry, the baby calf is taken away. Then the milk, the female animal is sexually abused, right? Like because uh, an animal only gives milk when she gets a baby. Yeah. No mozzarella. That mozzarella like is even like when I was vegetarian, right? And I thought like drinking milk and so on was okay, which is not. Which I figured out later. Mozzarella even uses like the veal. I think it's called veal. No, one second. Rennet, the rennet of a baby cow, especially in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aldi has amazing vegan mozzarella. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. What does WG? What does WG mean? I'm confused. Sorry. mm, timer. Then we have a timer here, and we say time passes. Time passes. Okay. Um. So if anyone wants to talk about veganism, just request up if you're over the age of 18, please. Yeah, because that's important. Otherwise, stay in the chat and yeah, uh, talk with me with the comment section. um, your internet. Okay, gotcha. So here, plant-based meal, right? I think unfortunately I need to. Yeah, I need to use some. I hate to use it, but I need to use it. I have to use some image creation for that stuff. Yeah. New chat. You. Transparent background and white lines. It is for white nations. Okay. Awesome. Let's see how that goes. plant-based alternatives. Yeah, because what we're doing now is like we are creating like an whiteboard animation, which is kind of talking about like, okay, eating burgers, right? Like a lot of people eating burgers, but as the time passes already, we are now having like plant-based options, so that people are aware that there is a shift happening, right? Because most people don't want to see that. Hi MK, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. So yeah, this is the idea now, and we will create several other whiteboard. Doing good, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to also educate people about veganism. Yeah, yesterday, unfortunately, like with the world I created, I'm getting limited because of the videos. Thank you so much for following, Hunter Kiss. Because oh, thank you for support. Unfortunately, I get limited because of the videos I show. Even if I show them partially, even if I did it completely different, even if I name where I got these videos from, but yeah, with that I get not limited at least. But of course, it looks a little bit less exciting, to be honest, right? But yeah. And I was also like in your in Universe live stream where you were talking about the yeah, this image here. I also sneaked it from there. You know, where we had like yeah, vegan kills more animals, right? Not really. If we all go vegan, we would have less 1 billion hectare instead of like what we have here. Yeah. Yeah. I was like looking up that because I think people don't like that. Yeah, yeah. I know the fact that we need 75% less, but here it's like that's really good to explain why that is the case. Yeah. Now I have to use evil. Ah, there it go. There we go. That's funny. Okay, second I need to download this image. Then I need to add this ChatGPT image. Yeah, I know. AI, evil. Like I cannot be vegan because I'm using an image AI generator. I understand that. You know, like the amount of times I've heard this already. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I hate AI honestly. Like I'm looking for a job right now again, or like I'm trying to. And I don't know. AI is giving me yeah, problems, mental problems. Plant-based. Okay. Here, this perfect. Here, this is the right burger. You're right. Look, I love how AI put a little plant on top of that. That's wonderful. I love it. Look, that's great. That's plant-based. Yeah. You should use Meta AI. It has unlimited video generations. Okay. This video looks good. Yeah. Plant-based. Okay. I have to check it out. So yeah, now we have this here. Let's see how that looks.
You didn't do it yourself. You just...
Ah, yeah, it's the wrong audio. I have to remove some audio here. Where is it? Documents. Videos. Videos. We have a lot of videos. Explanation veganism here. I think this one is good. Videos. Media player. There you go.
Thousands of years ago, humans lived in harsh environments. Food was scarce. Survival was the priority. Sometimes they ate animals, not because it was right, but because it was necessary. Today, we have supermarkets, plant-based options, and nutritional science. We no longer need to kill animals to survive. So why are we still doing it? The leading dietitians agree. A vegan diet is suitable for all stages of life. Most people eat meat, dairy, and eggs from factory farms, where animals are treated like products, not living beings. It's not survival anymore, it's systematic exploitation. We say it's natural, but slavery was once natural too. We say we need protein, but all protein comes from plants first. We're not lions, we have empathy, grocery stores, and moral agency. If we wouldn't hurt a dog, why hurt a pig? They think, they feel, they want to live. Animal agriculture is also one of the leading causes of climate breakdown, deforestation, and water pollution. In a world where we can thrive without harming others, hurting animals isn't tradition, it's
So,
a
but
choice. Back then it was survival. Today it's a moral awakening. Go vegan for the animals, your health, and the planet. Check out challenge22.com, veganeasy.org, and start your journey as a vegan today.
you got a lot of time for that, bad to the bone. If you were in that position, you would also like love that some people would care. You want to be careful, but you don't care about others, right? So everyone has the time to look at that. But if you guys want to come up here, guys and girls, please yeah, request here. I sent you an invite. Let's talk about that. Why you don't have time for that, or why you think it's why we shouldn't do that, or I would love to hear like your opinion on that. Because my problem is like if we are, where is it? If we do this, then
We're taught
this will
to love
happen.
some animals and ignore the suffering of others. We become used to using the powerless. When hurting others becomes normal, we stop caring. Not just about animals, about people.
So we stop caring about each other because we are, yeah, we are so, where is it? We stop caring about each other because we are like, okay, if we stop caring about animals, like the bare minimum, then the next step is caring about each other, and then
Too. Exploitation becomes easy.
we have a great world. Look at this, right? We have like animals are getting exploited, adults getting exploited in the factories, yeah, and children getting exploited.
Easy. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because
So yeah, that's the point. Like if we don't stop this, this will be our new reality, and we are moving. Let's log in. If we didn't kill them, the Earth would become overrun by animals. That's not true, Yuki. That's not true. If you think about that, right? We are killing 100 billion animals each single year, right? Land animals, okay? And 2.2 trillion fishes, right? So 100 billion. The world will not get overpopulated. We are the factor number one why we have so many animals here. 100 billion land animals, right? This means like 271 million a day, 2.2 trillion fishes a year. So no, we would not, the world would not overrun by animals. Well, that just shows you just whine, and it's why vegans are hated. That fact. Bad to the bone. Do you want to talk about that? Like instead of like insulting me, instead of like doing ad hominem, you can be reasonable. You can come up here and talk with me about that. Okay. I've been nothing but nice to you, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So no, if you say you can whine, like I don't think that's a normal way of having an adult conversation, if you're adult, by the way, which I don't know, right? So yeah. And why do you hate vegans then? And why do you think that I just whine? So please tell me. It has nothing to do with a balance, right? Like sending animals to a slaughterhouse has nothing to do with a balance if we think about that. And whining is not a fact. I think you don't know what a fact is at this point, to be honest, right? I'm just giving you numbers here. 100 billion land animals. You can look it up yourself. It's incredible. It's crazy, right? And we're 240, maximum 240 million vegans on this planet, right? So, yeah, it's like, it's sad.
we all know.
Oh, here. We also differentiate, like as humans, between like intentional and unintentional.
We all know this. Intention.
Yuki, It's not my opinion. Think about, like, you think I'm pushing my opinion on you, okay? You're here on your free will. You are pushing your lifestyle on the animals. You're sending animals, baby animals, 6 month old, 2 years a cow, they can get over 20 years old, baby chickens, 1.5 month, into the slaughterhouse for your lifestyle. So I'm not pushing my agenda on you, if you think that. You are pushing your lifestyle on sentient beings, on animals who just want to live. So think about who's pushing who into what horrible situation. And I think me explaining and educating people about what's happening out there is not similar to what we do to the animals. It's not called balance. That's totally wrong. You want to call it balance. You just want to calm your conscience, right? That's the goal of it. You want to calm your conscience. You say like, oh, it's fine. Everyone is doing that. Yeah, it's easy to be like and say like, oh, over 90% of the people do that, so it's right. I doubt it. Think about if there were like 10 people, right, and you are one of them, and all would say 9 of them would say like, haha, let's kick that pig in the stomach and like make it squeak. Would you agree, and would you also kick on that pig because 9 other people do that? Or would you think about like, maybe it's wrong? Would you think for yourself? Vegans can understand balance because they will face the consequence. Okay, so I have a picture for you. Can you tell me like what this picture says? Global land use for agriculture across different diets, right? So even if you don't think about the morals, if you want to completely ignore it, right, which is horrible in itself because you want to be cared for. Here, the cropland, the pasture. Okay, we wouldn't need 75% of the fields if everyone would go vegan, right? This would benefit our planet very much. So I think you're just using balance to feel better about yourself, right? If you don't kill them, they would keep breeding and they grow too much. That's not true. Like, that's not true. We are breeding them. We are artificially inseminating them, right? Like, farmers put their hand in the asses of cows. They masturbate bulls to get the semen and then like to make children. That's how it works. I don't think that this is the natural way. If you think this will stop animals being bred into existence, you are way wrong. Yeah, we should stop that. It will not stop them. Have you actually seen this in person and not just videos? Why do I need to see this in person? I don't want to see like a farmer like masturbating a bull. I don't want to see like animals like. I understand that as a farmer you are taking more care of the animals than like a factory farm, but we're talking about animal welfare, right? It's like about, okay, what am I doing nice to the animals to make them a better life? But you also have the problem that meat is very cheap, or like made very cheap. So you have to, as a farmer, you also have to make sure that you're profitable, right? And with that, it means you don't grant the animal what you could do. You only grant the animal what you could do, not what you should do. Leave them alone, right? No, like I don't know. Okay, I don't need to go there in person to know that it's wrong morally, right? It's about the morals. It's not about like animal welfare. Vegans don't bother to go into these places. That's not true. That's absolutely not true, Bad to the Bones. There's like a vegan activist, or like a lot of people go to the slaughterhouses themselves and go there. No, you're just lazy, right? You're just lazy to change. You're the person who's lazy. Instead of like saying like, oh, I will not support this, you're still supporting this. The only time y'all go there is to protest and don't try and see what they do. Yeah, because we know it's wrong. So if it's not necessary, right? If it's not necessary to do, how is it not wrong, right? If I had a dog farm, would you say like, oh, I need to see your dog farm to see what's happened to the dogs? Would you really say that? Or would you say, jeremas, please stop using like, for example, your dog, right? Yuki. I don't know if it's your dog. Yeah, Yuki's my dog. Yeah, your dog Yuki, right? If I had a dog farm and your dog Yuki would be there, and I would say like, puppies are getting slaughtered at a very young age. You would go there and visit it and say like, that's how it is. Instead of saying like, why do you need a dog farm? Why do you need dog milk? Like, wouldn't you say that's kind of strange? Farmers say, come to my farm, but you won't. Yeah. Because, of course, like some farmers would beat me up, of course, because they don't like that. They feel threatened. They feel threatened by the movement. I have no interest in that, you know? Thank you for the rose. Yes, that's how it works. Working with facts instead of acting on half-fast facts. Okay, please tell me where I'm wrong, Yuki. Tell me where I'm wrong. Okay, aren't like pigs aren't pigs like slaughtered at 6 months? Okay, tell me where I'm wrong. I like to correct my things when I'm wrong. Aren't like cows killed at maximum 2 years? Meat cows, how we call them. Bad to the bone? No, you're just insulting. You're just like here. Okay, we can learn from your behavior. That's a great thing about that live stream, right? Like we can learn from your behavior. I can explain what's going through your mind. Cognitive dissonance. It's called brain fight, right? So on the one hand, you know it's not okay. Maybe you're a farmer yourself. I think bad to the bones. I assume you're a farmer in this field or like have like roots in this. Okay. So taste, social, culture, religion, and now come the insults, right? Laziness, jokes, because you cannot like defend yourself in a way because you know morally it's wrong, 100%. They get killed at around 8 months to a year. Okay, and how old can a pig get? Like how old would they normally get if you would not kill them at 8 months to a year? Animals are our property. What morality? Animals are not our property. Who said that animals are your property? Money is a human-made concept, so you cannot really own someone. I hope you understand that. Hi, how's it going? How old are you?
I'm 47.
Hi.
So are you consuming this animal?
What? I'm consuming this animal?
I'm saying you were just talking about a pig, right?
Yeah.
If you were to unalive the pig, are you eating it?
No, I wouldn't unalive a pig. I don't need to. Like I'm vegan. Like I.
Well, what if you have to eat it? So tigers just watch
What do you
all
What do you
their prey
mean?
just run by and just try to eat vegetables? That's not what a diet works for them.
I'm so confused
That
by
would be
what.
harmful
Can we
to
go?
that would be harmful for their digestion. That would be harmful for their
Yeah,
genetics.
but like if a
They
tiger,
eat
tiger's
meat.
a carnivore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
So are
we
we to a
carnivores?
point.
Are humans carnivores?
So are we to a point.
Are we
We
carnivores?
can be both. We're omnivores,
Right, we're omnivores, right? But
but
we don't have
mostly
to.
protein. Protein is the healthiest thing we can take in.
Where do we get protein from?
Animals,
Where do animals go protein from?
other animals.
So a cow eats a cow, or what?
Yeah, and
Okay.
a
Oh my
group.
God. Sorry. Nah, I cannot. I cannot. Sorry. No disrespect. But if you tell me a cow eats a cow and they get their proteins from that, sorry. No, protein is coming from plants. Sorry for dropping you. But like, if you tell me that you don't know that protein comes from plants initially, I don't know. Yeah. If you don't kill. One second, where we have it. Animals aren't somebody. Okay. Is an animal an object? If I was vegan, I wouldn't be lazy and not go to an actual farm. Vegans just use the internet. They don't bother going to the actual place. That's totally wrong. You're strawmanning, right? Like because I choose that way doesn't mean that others choose not that way, right? So you are very misinformed. You're very in bad faith. You're bad to the bone. You know that there are a lot of vegans actually going to these places. So it's not me. Yeah, I admit I don't go to these places in person. Yes. If you didn't kill, then around that time they could naturally breed and it would increase their population. What about separating them, right? Have you thought about that? So there's two ways of dealing with that. If everyone would go vegan, right, suddenly or like immediately, then we could put them all in sanctuaries and should pay for what we did to them. Or if that's the worst case and like everyone got vegan and like of course our system would collapse, then we should kill them and not breed them into existence again. Yeah. What are you watching, bro? I'm not watching anything. Sorry, but this is actually embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You embarrass yourself. Sorry, bad to the bone, right? Because you're not being factual, you're just being like very emotional. Maybe it's your job, I understand that. I'm not a farmer, luckily. Honestly, I say luckily, not because I discredit your job. Um, I'm just lucky that I don't have to deal with that. We digest protein easier, not plants. Yuki, you're very well misinformed because we have studies about that. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says that we can live well, or where is it? We can live well on a plant-based diet, right? So you're not a dietitian, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, so I wouldn't talk about these topics if we are not an authority. Otherwise, from a debate perspective, that would be appeal to authority, and I'm not an authority in this field. I can't win. I can't with vegans. It's just embarrassing because they are so lazy. I'm not the one. It's embarrassing. No, you are just an okay. You know what? Bad to the bone. You are matching the same energy. You are uh, an animal abuser, and you know that, right? You are a heavy animal exploiter. And if you try now to say like that, I'm lazy to go to your, I don't know, your farm or something like that. Think about like try to look in the mirror and say like, yeah, I need to kill these animals, right? There's no other way to do that at young ages, right? Young babies, it's horrible. It's really horrible. Like I don't want to go this route, but if someone is like being like you, I match the same energy, and you should be really ashamed of yourself that you do this to like a lot of animals, right? Because you think it's necessary while it's not, while you know that with science, with everything we have, it's not necessary to do that. So that's really really sad. Yeah, yeah. I don't need to say it to you. You know, like there are words. Okay, there are words, and I think I hit you with these words. And I'm sorry to do that, but if you cannot really behave like a normal adult, I'm gonna match the same energy because you deserve nothing else. I doubt this host can even define morality and is only emotional. No, I'm not emotional. Okay, yeah, I'm emotional right now in this. Yeah, stop. You're right. I'm emotional right now, but morality um, means for me, if we don't have to, right? If you look at an animal, so here, an animal feels pain, is social, sad, happy, and has the willingness to live. Okay, if we don't have to do this to an animal, because of we have science here, right? Science says like plants are enough for us. We don't have to touch animals or humans because we can hypothetically eat humans too, right? So if that's the case, why should we say that our pleasure, like taste, is bigger than someone's life? We don't have to. That's horrible. Okay, I'm gone. Thanks for the reasoning why vegans are hated. I made my point. Yeah, you just lost it, bad to the bone. You're just proving yourself that you are a careless person, right? I mean, no, 1 second. I have to correct myself there. I think you care actually, otherwise you wouldn't write a comment. People who don't care don't write a comment. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you have shown your cognitive dissonance. And your cognitive dissonance resulted in insulting me and making jokes about me. So thank you so much. Appreciate you for showing like what cognitive dissonance is. Yeah, maybe you think about it more. Maybe you become a better person in that field, right? Treat others as you want to be treated, and don't be like, yeah, you might treat your animals well for the lifetime they have, but you know that they are selectively bred, that they are having like issues, and yeah, I don't know you, I don't know your farm, but you know that they are dying at a very young age, and it's unnecessary. You don't have to do this anymore, and you want to feel like, yeah, I'm a kind human, while you actually not, because these animals, they don't deserve this, what you're doing to them, regardless. Okay. I only eat male animals because they are rapists. That apparently like you're a troll. Um, I'd go vegan if I could afford it, but I'm too broke for that lifestyle. Like veganism is not very expensive, by the way, right? So there here, if you think like you are too broke for that, and but you have the right mindset and the understanding of veganism, challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. There are people who can help you, as far as I understood, for free for 1 month to create a plan for you which works for you. Okay, can challenge the programming. Yeah. But so yummy. Remember me. I don't know. Like that's I talk with so many people. Plantbasedonabudget.com. Oh, that's great. That's a great website. Thank you so much, Earthfire. And hi, by the way. Good to see you here. While I I have to talk with cognitive dissonant people, or like a farmer who told me, like, because I'm too lazy to go to his farm, none of my arguments and none of my facts I'm bringing are valid. Connor, why you not vegan? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, like sometimes it's like really it makes me sad, like how cold the planet sometimes, or like the world sometimes is, right? Like how cold-hearted some, maybe, but I think these people are not that cold-hearted. They're just pretending. They just need to defend themselves, and I understand that. um yeah, it's the way it is. Like, it's not easy. If life is determined by necessity, then throw away every other luxury. Simple. Not really. Like, my luxury does not really. The world is not vegan, first of all, and you are intentionally killing animals, or like let animals getting killed, right? And I have a video for you there. Where is it? Is it this one again? One second. Is it this? The intentional? Intentional versus non-intentional. Here, listen to this video and it will explain to you why having luxury items, or like how you say it, like it's not really important to understand, because intention versus not intention matters.
We all know this. Intentional harm is worse than accidental. Eating animals is a conscious decision. Killing
Vegans, one second. Vegans are horrible, and I hope this year will be. Yeah, see, like this is how farmers are, right? You think they are so kind and so on, and that bad to the bone guy. I think he is the same to the animals, like he is to me. I did not insult him, right? I was just like matching his energy, okay? And now he says like vegans are horrible. Please tell me why I'm horrible. Because I care for others, because I don't only think about myself, because I'm not that selfish. Is it that's why I'm horrible? Okay. And you wish now that my year will be crap for me with this attitude. That tells me a lot about you as a person. Like you're very like I hope your life gets better. You know, I don't want to match the same energy. I don't want to be as same horrible as you are. I hope just like that you can find a way where you can live in peace with you and leave the animals alone. And maybe you even after this talk you might reconsider some things you're doing, right? Because if there's another way and you can be nice to the animals, why shouldn't you? You wonder why farmers had enough of you, lol. Like, I talk with a lot of farmers and they have been like very respectful so far.
flies while driving isn't. One pig killed.
So here.
We all know this. Intentional harm is worse than
And I have a video for you, like which might like which you might not like. Here.
I care about my animals.
So here, this is a farmer in a nutshell.
I care about my animals. I really love them. I treat them like family. I care about animals. No profit, just compassion.
So here, you see the difference between farmers and vegans? There is no money involved. I actually feel sad for you with this vegan ideology that makes vegans rude. Like, I'm not rude at all. I think I've been nothing but respectful to you. You're just crashing out right now because of cognitive dissonance, because it's your job, because you have to face yourself now with the thing that you know that what you're doing was not right, or maybe what you're doing for years. Maybe you have never been like confronted like that before. Maybe you have never been questioned like this before. Yeah. It tells me a lot. Like, I reached you. I got you. No, I got you bad to the bone. You wouldn't crash out that far. Like, if people crash out, there's some real thinking happening, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you, right? I apologize if I was rude to you, even you were rude to me, because that's normally not my point, right? I try to educate people about things, and I don't want to be rude to them. But you made me like also like a little emotional, right? Because I was fed up with the excuses. Yeah. So regardless, if you wish me like a very bad year, I wish you a great year. I wish you a great year, and I hope that you find, you understand what's happening there, and maybe you do a change, because there are a lot of people, a lot of farmers changing, and a lot of farmers can help you. Wasn't rude, wasn't insulting you. You used that to put me in a corner. No, not really. Not really. You said like, okay, what was it? You said you'd called me lazy. We can go through it. Like I can, where is it? I mean the comments are saved, right? So where is it? Let me scroll through it. Well, that just shows how you just whine, and it's why vegans are hated. That's fact. Okay, number one, hated and that I whine. That's not insulting. Debatable, right? I've done enough research to know that a lot of vegans can be wrong. It depends. Okay. You are way wrong. No. See, like you're just telling me that I'm wrong, which is not an insult, right? That's vegans are just lazy, so lazy. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Whine, lazy. I will never change because of people like you with the way you act, because that apparently works. Yeah, even like writing these smileys, right? Even writing the smileys, that helps me a lot. Like that's cognitive dissonance, right? If you would be serious about that, you wouldn't use smileys. You would just like write it down and leave it like that. But you are in a process. You are in the process of like, yeah, damn, this dude has like, maybe that dude is right. Connor is crashing out about my avatar. Sorry, but I don't want to do that. Joshua, I'll be honest with you. No, at the moment I don't have a job, but I'm well. Thank you for asking. So I'm well for a long time. You do realize there's a recorded because vegan diet, but never only meat diet. Ah, okay. For sure, right? There are like a lot of issues with an only meat diet, by the way. Like, why are scientists not recommending it? And if you look in the hospitals and stuff like that, they are mostly they're people like on an omnivore diet who eat way too much, way too unhealthy and stuff like that. So vegans are like, because you found one case where a vegan diet, like veganism is not a diet, by the way. Okay, we need to go through that again. But veganism here, I have it here. Definition of veganism. It's very big now. Okay, I hope you can see it. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation, often cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose, and by extension promotes the development and use of animal-free alternatives for the benefit of animals, humans, and the environment, right? So this means veganism is not a diet. I can eat vegan chocolate cake all day and I will maybe die because of like malnourishment. No, veganism is not a joke. I think you don't understand it. This guy's morality is determined by survival necessity, so he justifies poor thieves and criminals. Spectral, what are you on about? I want that stuff. You're trying too hard at this point to convince me. I'm not trying to convince you. Like the thing is like, the only person who can convince you is yourself, right? I can only give you facts, I can only give you reasoning, I can only try to make you understand, maybe activate the empathy back in you, right? Like the dust thing, like there's this light, you turn it on and then all the dust is gone and suddenly there's light, right? Understanding, empathy, because we need more empathy in this life. We need more empathy. And that's what I can try to do, right? But I cannot change you. Bro, you should be partners with that vegan teacher. What do you mean? Like, I think the vegan teacher does a good job with like educating people now with the cards and stuff. Doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything, but yeah. Just shows metacognition isn't most of your strong suits, yeah. That's how bad your moral system is, dude. You define morality as what we need. What is your moral system? Please tell me. Your moral system is like exploit everyone, right? Spectral. Can you please tell me what's your what's your framework? Hi, Miss Katie. How's it going? Spectral. What's your definition of that, right? So if we don't have to unnecessarily exploit animals, why should we? There's no answer you can give me, right? And we have plant-based options now, right? Eating burgers was normal. Now time passes and we have plant-based meal. So, and this will continue. People saying like, oh, veganism is not effective. Then I ask you like 20 years 20 years ago, we had not these many alternatives, especially like in Germany right now. We have so many alternatives when it comes to vegan meat. So yeah. Spectral, please talk about, like, 1 second. Can I invite you up here? Then we can talk about your definition. Yeah, and there will be a tipping point. Yeah. Spectral, there you go. I invite you. Let's see what you think about, like, I want to know your moral system. And if it's not only like, because sapiens. Can you write this in simpler words? Like, I'm not a native English speaker. What is cohesion? Morality is just maximizing social cohesion. I mean, morality like benefits us too, right? So you want to be morally considered. But yeah, I think it's better that if you not come up here, because I don't want to talk with debate bros. I want to talk with people who have like a heart and want to really change something instead of just like win an argument, you know? Yeah. So I think that's the better option. Okay, we were at plant-based. Then morality is just the way of operating that works best for a human society. Not really. Like, I have a question for you, right? If we know that animals, like, we are animals too, right? We are animals, mammals specifically. If we feel pain, social, sad, happy, and have the willingness to live, right? And we don't have to do that, right? We have science that says like plants is enough, right? So why should we touch animals or humans if we don't need to? And that's my question, right? And what are your morals in a survival situation? I would love to hear that. You were criticizing me, what my morals on this, like my morals are also like only valid, like, for example, I allow only eating animals and humans in my framework, on my situation, when I say like, oh, it's about surviving, right? What is your surviving system? How would you see that? Like, I would love to hear like how your morals are in that situation. Okay, not because they're buried. Makes no sense. When has morality ever been not what's best for humans? If eating a dog would be best for humans, do you think more people would do it? I doubt it, Spectral. I hope you understand that, right? Like, if they would figure out like eating dog is the healthiest food on earth, do you think like a lot of humans would just like kill their dogs and eat them themselves? If that's the best for humans. So I think you will have a flaw in there. Change dozens. Okay, so I can do now a voiceover. If that's best for humans, we do it. That's the justification itself as to why. Yeah, I want to see that a lot of people just eat their dogs, their pets. Spectral, I think you're a little delusional there. You're a little delusional and you know it. Okay, so I have to record this now. 1 second. Most people think eating meat is just normal. Do you believe in vegan tags? What do you mean with vegan tags? I'm confused by that. If they are still our pets, how would it be best for us since we have bonds? Nice contradiction. Because it's best for humans, right? The medical thing, right? The gains you get from eating that dog is more valuable than the bond. because you're then super sigma human. So it's not a contradiction. You're wrong with that. You just were like dishonest about that because
Most
yeah.
people think eating meat is just normal.
Okay. Why not? How do you know that? So for some people, dogs are not pets. If you look in China, for example, like, or other countries. Maybe they even improve our longevity. But more and more people are cutting back, even people who never planned to. But more and more people are cutting back, even people who never planned to. Okay. So we have this now. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. I doubt it, because they're cute. Because they're cute, Spectre. Would you eat like I don't think that people, even if it would be recommended, would eat a golden retriever. Like, if people know that I think it was the Mediterranean diet so far, but like, I think with a plant-based diet you can live very, very healthy, right? People know that you can live very, very healthy with a plant-based diet. Are they doing this? No, they're not doing that. They're just being lazy. So same with that. That would not make everyone just like not eating, like, it would not make everyone eating dogs.
Most people think eating meat is just
Okay. So most people think export. Most people think. What is this one?
not because they're
Not because. Export audio. Not because. Not because. It logically follows that if dogs were the most valuable food, we'd rather eat them than pet. No, I said that already.
not,
Okay, I got this. Gone, and this.
but more and more people.
But more and more. Export audio, but more and more. More and more. I think the problem why people are not vegan is because they look around. You hypothetically magically made dogs the most beneficial thing to eat. Yeah, that's a hypothetical. That's just testing like your, you know, it's used to test what you think about it, okay? That's how you debate. Using hypotheticals.
Most people think eating meat.
It's not forbidden to use hypotheticals or... So what logic in the world makes it so we not eat the most beneficial thing? Because we are lazy and we are like why aren't more people vegan? If from that, yeah, okay. So what logic does it look at this image, and you can tell me what you want, okay? So if we look here, vegan is the best option, right? For the environment, for everything, okay? Right? So we would have 75% less fields. So how can you now say like, oh, so what logic in this world makes it so we not be vegan now? Can you tell me that? I would love to hear it. That's wrong. Look at okay. I think here twin. What's that? Stanford Medicine. Twin study. There we go. I play an audio for you, okay, so that you understand.
There are so many.
This video, or like this one, was about the Stanford twin study, okay? It's about a very healthy omnivore and a very healthy plant-based diet. And these are the results.
Logical
The brain
tests,
studies.
the gut studies.
And the results?
The results were the vegans did better on a few things. LDL cholesterol dropped by
So
14
yeah, LDL cholesterol dropped by 14
points
points in the vegans.
Compared to the omnivores, they also lowered their insulin. They also lost a little more weight. There's another one that's a wild card.
The wild card is that longevity.
Where we found some folks who do biological clocks. Your biological clock is really how old you are physiologically, metabolically. The vegans were a little younger.
So yeah, the vegans were a little younger. So would you say that's beneficial to have more, like, better longevity on a plant-based diet or not? Or would you say like, nah, bullshit? Who wants to live longer? So yeah, I think, yeah, I think you understand. I hope. Cashier gone. Restocking gone. Okay, we have this now. Okay, which is this one? Someone had to put them. Delete it. Pay a cashier gone because of that. Beginners is not a diet. What is this one? Beginners is not a diet because of that. Okay. And veganism is not a diet, as I said clearly before. Veganism is like a philosophy. It's like we are against the unnecessary exploitation of animals as far as practically possible. So, yeah. It has nothing to do with a diet at all. Doesn't even make sense. No, not true. Not true. Veganism is a moral standpoint, okay? And from a moral perspective, if you don't have to unnecessarily eat meat, right? I never said that eating meat is it's not a net negative on health. If you eat too much meat, right? If you eat way too much meat, that's a net negative on your health, okay? I think scientists agree on this. But if you can, instead of like killing a pig, swallow a pill, for example, wouldn't you rather swallow a pill instead of like killing a pig? How can vegans eat better than omnivores if omnivores can eat a plant-based diet, first of all, and meat whenever? That were the results, right? So because we seem to process like plants better. If one's positive and one's neutral, probably choose the positive option. Thank you. Yeah, earth, fire, water. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Most people think. So we have the most people think here. More here, and last but not least, at least not because. Okay, let's see which one is which one. I have to look again. Most but not. Most but not. Most but not. Most but not. Okay, awesome. I think we have this. Most but not. And then we have the other things here. Most. So we cut this down here to the beginning. Mm-hmm. How do you know that, Spectral? Like, because you are butthurt? Sorry to say that, but it feels like you're butthurt. Like, you're like, oh, that cannot be true. We need our meat. Like, have you been so manipulated by the meat industry? Like, why do you want to be brutal? Why do you want to be cruel and violent? Why you don't have to? I don't get people. I don't get people. Is it more manly? Is it more like alpha male sigma to say like, oh, I killed that bunny, but I didn't have to? Or like I put this animal in these horrible situations, even if I didn't have to. Grr, like, is that how we want to be seen? I doubt it. Maybe that's just the thing, like how you want it, but I don't think that's the new normal. I hope.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back, even people who never planned to. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to
Play Arnold's clip on the marketing.
Steak. That's what a man eats.
Made from stuff guys need. Eat like a man, man.
There's no one that can relate to that better than I do because I've lived in that world. Steak is for man. But as I got older and as I started reading up on it, I recognized the fact that you really don't have to get your protein from meat or from animals, as far as that goes. So we start going more in a direction of the vegetarian kind of.
So Spectral, one question real quick, because you say solely plant diet, right? So you know that plants have fiber in it, which is good for the body, right? You cannot digest fiber, of course, but it's good for your colon, for your body work, okay? So do you understand, like, if you then have like less of fiber, that this could have an impact on your body? Do you understand that? So it's not very illogical.
Of a diet. Now with doing it the right way, with the right spices, all of a sudden, I love it much more than the meat. And, you know, the cholesterol went down to around 109. It was the lowest that it ever was in my entire life. They showed us commercials, burgers, and then big sandwiches and all that stuff.
Eat like a man and be full like a man.
This is great, great marketing by the meat industry.
Serious man food.
If you go to people and say, you must stop eating meat, they will say, fuck you. The fuck are you to tell me how to eat? But if you explain it, say, hey, why don't you try once a week? Just chill it with the meat. 50 years ago, no one talked about, hey, maybe you should just get your protein from vegetables. But now, there's many, many athletes, professional athletes in all kinds of different sports that have done extremely well staying away
What? How can they do extremely well without meat? That's illogical.
from animal foods.
Lewis Hamilton, yeah. And it's funny that people say like, oh, like Formula One, oh, that's not really difficult. It's such a hard sport.
We all want to feel great. We all want to look great, have more energy. And the most important thing is about having the right fuel in your body. I can't remember feeling this great in my whole 32 years of my life.
Spectral, you're doing appeal to authority, right? Who are you to tell that you can maximize all factors with
Hey
meat
everybody,
alone,
this is Klaus
right?
from...
Can you please elaborate, okay? So what I'm doing is like, I'm not like, oh, not jeremas is telling you like, oh, it's healthier. I'm having like facts here, right? Like I'm having like the studies here, there we go, like the position papers, peer reviewed by the way. Would you rather trust a study or some random guy, Spectral 882, or I don't know how old you are, maybe you're younger, saying like, oh, you can maximize on all factors. Like, you're appealing to authority now, and I think you have no saying in this, right? As I have no saying in this. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a scientist in this field. Look, I want to try veganism. That's awesome, Sonic. That's great. Yeah, here, challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. It's easier than ever, okay? Happycow.net, near your, like restaurants nearby you. And yeah, you can do it. And okay, now it's like, but I love, what's that study called you're reading? The study, it's not study, it's a position paper of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics here. Vegan diets are safe and adequate for all life stages. So what they do is they go through everything. They go to vitamin B12, they go to vitamin D, they go to omega-3, and they check if you can get that from plants. And the answer, unfortunately for meat eaters, is yes. You have to pay, I think, $30 to read the whole paper, right? To get the paper from the position paper. But yeah, there you go. Like I'm not saying like, oh, trust me, bro. Like you, you're just like writing a random comment like, oh, can maximize on all factors, while vegan athletes outpace non-vegan athletes in some points, you know. So yeah. Okay, I have to look.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who
Okay, time passes. So, okay. To see again.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned. Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned to. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal.
Okay. How do you know your parents would not care? Yeah, seaspiracy, cowspiracy, yeah. And crispiracy is also like an important one. Did you know Hong Kong eats most meat anywhere and have highest life I would love to see that, Troy. I would love to see like that Hong Kong has the highest life expectancy. I think that's just like a lie, honestly. By the way, I think Hong Kong is a very wealthy city, so that means that it doesn't mean that they are eating a lot of meat. Universal access to high-quality healthcare, low infant mortality, strong family and social support for the elderly, high levels of physical activity due to walkable urban design and public transit, low smoking rates. So it has nothing to do with the meat eating, Troy. Sorry to stop your dreams here. Moreover, India, with one of the lowest per capita meat consumption, has a significant lower life expectancy, 68 years, while Japan and South Korea, also high meat consumers, enjoy similar longevity. This suggests that overall diet quality, healthcare, and socio-economic factors matter more than meat intake alone. You want, Troy, be honest about that. You just wanted to say that. You just wanted to, if I wouldn't have like gone through it, you would just like have it stay like that. You would say like, of course, like to be honest about this has other factors too, right? So you're like, yeah, I think you didn't expect me to look this up actually. You wanted to use that as an argument and say like, okay, because of the high meat consumption, they have the gives them longevity. I never said that meat is harmful, Troy. You're strawmanning me. Please tell me where I said that meat is harmful. I'm talking from like an ethical point, from a moral perspective. That meat is not good for the animals, of course, because you are sending them into slaughterhouses, into horrible conditions, because of selfish reasons, honestly. Mostly. Never in my life did I say that meat is harmful. How do you make these videos? I'm using a tool. Like which videos? Like my character or what? I never said this, Troy. Are you okay? This is Doodly. This is Doodly. It costs now a lot of money. It costs now, I think, $48 per month. But I bought it like back 2019. It's called
Most
Doodly.
people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never
But
planned.
Troy, can you morally justify eating meat, please, to me? And tell me like why it's necessary that we are, That's not true. That's a lie, Troy. You're lying about this. I've been in a lot of vegan live streams and we are honest about this. You're strawmanning us. I hate it. That's bad faith. That's ugly. The same as you did with before with saying like, oh, did you know Hong Kong eats meat, the most meat anywhere, and have highest life expectancy? You are here in bad faith, and you just try to, not saying that you spread misinformation, but you try to make it look like that meat is the #1 factor for it. Where do you get your moral standard from? Logic, Troy. Logic. Treat others as you want to be treated. That's how you should do it.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned to. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
What do you guys think about this video? Is it good? What do you think about it?
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned to. But not because they're perfect, but because...
Okay, Troy. Please, can you just be an honest human? Is it so hard to be honest and not be like lying? Okay, reread your comment, okay? Did you know Hong Kong eats most meat anywhere and have highest life expectancy? Look it up. There you go, okay? So with that, you just wanted to say that meat is the #1 factor for that. Stop lying about that. You could have written like, oh, but it also has other reasons. So yeah. No, I did not prove you right. You're wrong. Okay, Troy, you're muted now. Sorry, I cannot deal with dishonest people. It's disgusting. Like, if people are dishonest about that and they cannot be truthfully, I don't want to talk with them and I don't want to let them talk, right? Yes, Hong Kong is having the highest meat consumption, but that there's the longest longevity is not related to the meat eating, okay? But you wanted to let it stand like that. That was your strategy. And I'm not falling for that.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned to. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
Hi Dolly, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. I'm just doing like a whiteboard animation here of like how, yeah, another whiteboard animation like how we now have plant-based meal and that it's now becoming the new normal, even if people, especially like people who eat meat, like it or not. more products will be in the shelves, and yeah, they will they have to accept it, and that's great. Okay, like this, and I think I'm done with the video now.
Most people think eating meat is just normal, but more and more people are cutting back. Even people who never planned to. Not because they're perfect, but because plant-based food is becoming the new normal. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
Perfect. I think that's it's good. People are changing. Let's see if we can do another video. This time it's about, what is the next topic? No one starts vegan, right? So most people don't go vegan overnight. Small steps, veggie meal, oat milk, and yeah, I think. Oh, we already care. Second. Which one should I choose? We started from scratch, moral consistency, soft. I think I stop it here and I'll do the Unity one, like where I'm explaining people. Hi, nicht so nette Veganerin, wie geht's?
You didn't do it yourself, you just paid the one who did. That's how the system works. You get sausages from a shelf, but that means someone had to put them there. You buy it, pay with money, walk away. The store sees your money and says, we need more. Because of that, the shelf is restocked and more animals suffer. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
Okay. So I start the vegan outreach world, the vegan world. Okay, we have this done now. I think I will upload this video soonish. Yeah, I think it's okay. It has like around 20 seconds, 21 seconds. Yeah. Okay, is it loaded now? Ah, no, the world takes a while to load. Okay, we have this now done. Can I stop? 6.8 seconds, 0.9. Yeah, I think that's fine. If anyone has any question about veganism, please request up here and let's talk about that. Offend Media. How's it going?
Most people think eating meat is just...
Hi, how are you doing? Are you vegan or do you want to talk about veganism? Request up and we can talk about that. And I would love to hear you, like your position on that or what you think about that. Do you know what veganism is? Because it's important that we talk about this because what we do to the animals, right? People always say like vegans always push their beliefs on others, but in the end, meat eaters push their beliefs on the animals. And they're suffering horrible because of that. Doesn't matter if it's like a local farm or a factory farm. They're getting killed very young. Pigs mostly like at 6 months. Cows at 1 to 2 years. And yeah, we should stop that. We should not support it at all. What's made it up? Sorry. 48. Hi, what's up? Are you with me? You model nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry, Junior. I couldn't read that comment. So yeah. As we can see here now, not now, but this gone. Give me 1 second. There we go. So yeah, we start this here now. Start. And we can see like a lot of fish are killed, a lot of chicken are killed, ducks, pigs. Like in just 8 seconds, 500 pigs. It's crazy, right? Isn't it? So what we can see here is when animals are getting unfortunately killed, right? So let me see some still. I need to still doing this. Okay, there we go. So chickens are killed at 1.5 months. Pigs are killed at 6 months, which is crazy, right? And cows are killed at 2 years. And we should really think about that. Now we are like in the living area, right? Like they don't exist anymore because of the animal agriculture. They don't exist anymore. That's how long they can actually live. A chicken can live up to 8 years. 8 years, 96 months, 8 years. Then a pig, people don't know that. Pigs can live up to 15 years. Here, 15 years. That's how long a pig could live. And cows 20 to 25 years, even longer than that. Right. That's how long cows could live. Over, like the oldest cow was 47 years old, by the way. So, yeah, and we can barely see them. Like if we look back there, I can barely see a cow, I can barely see a pig, I can barely see a chicken, right? And that's horrible. Like that's what we do to them. Like okay, here's the pig. We have to walk a long while. Like chickens get 8 years old, pigs almost double, 15 years. So even in the horrible condition, by the way, right? So a chicken, 8 years. Not 1.5 month. 1.5 month is when they are getting killed. For what? For meat, yeah. No, do we need the meat? As far as science says, no. As far as science, we don't need that meat. Two minutes in, almost 10 million fish are killed. 410,000 chickens. And that's horrible, right? Isn't it? This is how, like here. This is chicken on a, like we have now. This is a wild chicken, and you see, I think you can clearly see that there are way more eggs than on this side, right? Because these chickens lay now 365 eggs a year, or even more. Back then, chickens were laying like 20 to 30 eggs a year. Like the wild chickens. So that's 12 times that. Think about their little organs, what it does to them. Horrible. And what we should just do is like connect back to the animals. Here, this is our little piglet, someone. So, because animals want to live, right?
एक छोटा सा पिगी.
So as you could clearly see here, we have like a pig, right? Like we can see like the little teeth there.
एक छोटा सा पिगी.
And the little tail. So this is like how a normal pig looks like. They have a tail. They don't look like this. They don't look like this. They have a longer tail. And cows are actually very agile.
Are you ready, Bruno?
So here's a cow playing with a dog.
When I first saw them playing together, I was just shocked. He is so large, and I didn't want him to accidentally hurt her. But they kind of just understand each other. Tilly ran out after it, and Bruno ran out after it. Tilly will bump it, and Bruno will headbutt it, and it just ping-pongs back and forth.
Look how cute. Yeah, that's how animals are. Like they just want to live. They don't want to be treated like we treat them. They don't want to be put in slaughterhouses at all. It's crazy. And we just put them in these situations, like where they just stand there, and yeah, or we do this to them.
This industrial compound, fed by train tracks and semi-trucks and surrounded by pits of waste, is a slaughterhouse.
So this is a slaughterhouse.
And here, even more.
And that's what's happening there, because like we are killing them in such a high amount, right? Is that a nice life? No, it isn't. Why can't we just go, like, it's raining now, right? It's horrible, and all we need to do is connect back to the animals. Here, our little someone is approaching us, and everything is fine again. So why can't we just live like that? Why can't we just like connect back to the animals, live in peace with them, if we don't have to unnecessarily exploit them, right? So what's stopping us? What's really the thing, like where we say like, oh, we need to do this to these chickens, pigs and cows. We don't have to, right? They are smart animals. Here, this is like a chicken can play a piano. Most people don't know that. They think like, oh, these are just dumb chickens. I wish just like for like a world where we can have like more compassion, where we can just like feel more what we're doing there, right? So yeah, it should be like this, right? Look at this. Isn't that cool? You hugging a chicken there. That's how it should be. So adorable. I really love that. I really love that. Right. But unfortunately that's what happens, like if you support the meat industry. So here, I don't want to show you slaughterhouse footage, but look at this please. Tell me, is that a life worth living? Is that a life how we should let them live? I think most people would disagree on this, right? They'd say like, no, that's not how I want to what I want to support, right? And there's like the meat paradox, right? On the one hand, we say like we love the animals. On the other side, we do this to them by eating it, like by eating them. Here, that's how it is. That's reality. And we can change that. We can change that with our consumer choice. It's not like the big corporations. It's not the government. You are making the difference, right? And some people say like, yeah, but if I go vegan, like I don't make a huge difference. Okay, like one person, like overall, it makes a difference. But of course, it's not like, okay, 200,000 animals will not be slaughtered anymore, right? But you have to think about that. Is it really important what immediate impact it has? Or is it important to act according to your morals, right? We have our morals not because we gain something from them. We have our morals because we act on them, right? So that's the important thing here. We should use our morals to think about what we're doing instead of just like, what's my gain out of this? Like, yeah. And that's what people don't understand. Like, act according to your morals. And because think about in a room, right? There were 10 people. 9 people were kicking a pig. Would you also kick that pig? Because 9 people are doing that? I don't think so, right? So a lot of people say like, oh, because we're social animals, right? There were experiments where there was like a math equation, for example, right? Like, what is 1 + 1 to simplify it? 1 + 1. And we know it's 2. 9 people out of 10 said it's 1. And that one person in the room said like, also, yeah, it's 1, while they know it's 2, to just fit in the group. And I think that's the problem nowadays, that we all want to fit in. And we feel more comfortable if we do what 90% are doing. But even if the thing what 90% are doing is wrong, morally wise, we still agree on that. Shouldn't we think for ourselves? Shouldn't we just like act on our own morals? That's important, right? Like I want to look in the mirror and say like, hey, I act on my morals. And I did that. Like when I was younger, I was like, I don't want to support this. I don't want to support this animal agriculture thing. Even if my family was, it still does, unfortunately. And my mother said like, yeah, we were raised this way. Like, mom, I was also raised this way, and I still decided against it, and I'm still fine with it. Like, I'm over 30 years old now. My mother was very concerned and said like, oh, jeremas, if you don't eat meat, like you will be in a wheelchair. Like, nothing against people in a wheelchair, but she said like, I will be so malnourished so that I could not walk anymore, or something like that, right? So and I'm doing fine with that. Like, I'm doing completely fine. I was able to study. I think I'm healthy. I would say I'm healthy. Sure, like I have like some issues, but this is just normal. This is like a me problem. Like, I'm not doing too much sports and stuff. I'm going back to doing more sports every day. But overall, I live healthy, I would say. So you can do that too. It's easier than ever. Just check out here, Challenge 22, veganeasy.org, veganoutreach.org, happycow.net. Yeah. So if anyone here has like a question and about veganism, please feel free to ask and come up here. I would love to tell you about that, to talk with you about that. Or if you want to know more about, like, here, we can go through everything. We can go through like how cows are treated, right? I'll be honest with you. I've never been on a farm. I've been once on a farm when I was younger, and we had like we were drinking, I think, raw milk. And yes, first of all, like when I was a child, I was like, yeah, it was delicious. But taste doesn't justify what we do to these animals, because I was not aware that a cow only gives milk when she's getting like impregnated multiple times. Here, dairy cows are repeatedly impregnated until their bodies wear out, right? So they are impregnated against their will to give milk. And that's what's happening in the dairy industry, right? They take the calves away. Mothers often cry and call for their babies, and male calves are like killed within weeks because they can't produce milk. So that's what's happening out there. And is that justifiable? Is that okay by any means? No, it's not. It's not okay. So why are we still supporting this? Why can't we just like leave the animals alone, right? So yeah, and that's the problem with vegetarian. Like, people always ask like, oh, what's the difference between vegetarian and vegan? Vegetarians still support this. They don't know mostly that they are also like killing animals with supporting this. And also the egg industry. Yeah, it's just like period of a chicken, right? But in egg factories, there was an example by Ed Winters. He was in Japan and talking with people about that. He said like, there was an American like who was using a lawnmower and mowing over a lot of chickens or like baby birds, and he was sentenced for that. People were like, what the hell? What is he doing there? What the hell? And he was judged rightfully, right? But think about the animal industry. They are doing this every single day. If it's a male chicken, they are getting shredded to pieces. And what is the consequence for them? Nothing. So yeah, how can we on the one hand think like it's animal abuse, on the other hand it's okay? Because it's a black box, we don't see it. As long as we don't see it, we're okay with that. As long as we don't hear it, we're okay with that. As long as we don't, yeah. If you can close our eyes and ears, it still will happen. That's how the world works. Like, if you buy a product, supply and demand, you are still supporting this. And is that right? Should we support this? I don't think so, right? We should not support these horrible things. Here.
This animal didn't ask to be part of the system, but we put them there anyway. You didn't do it yourself, you just paid the one who did. That's how the system works. Every time you buy meat, the system breeds another animal to replace the one taken. Less demand means fewer animals used. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
So yeah, that's how supply and demand works. Here it is.
You didn't do it yourself, you just paid the one who did. That's how the system works. You get sausages from a shelf, but that means someone had to put them there. You buy it, pay with money, walk away. The store sees your money and says, we need more. Because of that, the shelf is restocked and more animals suffer. Veganism is not a diet, it's a refusal to participate in intentional cruelty to anyone. Challenge22.com, veganeasy.org. Go vegan now, because...
So yeah, as you can see here, right? That's supply and demand. We are supporting the system by buying meat, by buying chicken, and we are like, why is like, one second, I got another. Why can't these people just be banned? Okay, so yeah. Do you guys have any question about veganism so far? And I think personally, like, we've been forced, I wouldn't say forced, how you say it, like we have been like brainwashed into that things. Because as child, like as a children here, like this little girl decides against it.
Like other animals than chickens and cow and pigs and other animals that can kill for food, I don't like that because I like nature.
And good, sweetheart.
Because nature is beautiful and
Can't be
animals are part of nature.
Clara, I will never make you eat an animal.
Okay, but I love bacon and chicken, so I can't decide if to never eat them again or eat them.
Clara, you have to decide right now.
You're only 5 3/4.
So you can decide on a daily basis. That's okay. Every day every meal you decide, okay? And Mama and Daddy will support that, okay?
I love the hesitation there.
Okay, I never want to be fed an animal again. Never.
Okay.
Okay, honey. Okay, all right.
Either plants, fruits, but no animals.
Okay, okay, honey.
So yeah, as we could see, we should care more for animals. Yeah, we can make a change, and by your decision saying like, oh, I don't support this, you make a huge impact for them. We're saving up to 100 animals every single year. If you think about, like, I think in America, was it like the average number is over 200 pounds of meat every single year, the average American? In Germany, it's like over 70 kilograms a year per person. So yeah, please check out challenge22.com, veganeasy.org, veganoutreach.org, chooseveg.com, and make a difference here. Whew. Yeah, I think here, after 18 minutes, 67 million fish I killed, almost 3 million chickens in 18 minutes. Think about how horrible that is. And because they die so young. Yeah. So yeah, please change that, and be nice to the animals and respect them. Thank you. I wish everyone, I appreciate everyone watching. I wish you all, that's okay. I wish everyone a great morning, great afternoon, and great evening. I'm gonna go now. I need a break now after talking so much. And yeah, I appreciate you all, and please go vegan. It's easier than ever. And yeah, think about like, how would you feel if you were in their positions? And I was like young, and I was like, no, I cannot support this. I don't want to support this. So thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye.